Hello, welcome. So, continuing on with my Doctor Who reviews with Series 10, Episode 8, The Lie of the Land, the third part of the Monk Trilogy. Though I've always kind of felt like it's more of a four-parter, because I still feel like the way Oxygen ends, it kind of feels like that kind of, well, ends on a cliffhanger, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah, so, obviously, the previous episode kind of ended, obviously, again on a cliffhanger. Basically, obviously, Bill said to the monks that she wants to, obviously, get their help, which obviously results in a very kind of nasty, kind of horrible way. And I really like the way, just how this whole episode's kind of done, the way it's kind of, the set. I like that it focuses on Bill. I like how we kind of have her kind of like journey of seeing, it's really much of her point of view of just how much the monks have taken over, and everyone in the human race just believes that it's been the monks. But then there's obviously some folk that do not believe it, and there's I love the opening sequences for episode where you know, there's people that are not fooled by what's happened, and I love how, you know, they're getting arrested, and I think stuff like that is a nice world building, and I think it's really great, obviously that kind of stuff. But I like how they really kind of focused on Bill. I'm really liking Pearl Mackie as Bill. I think she's great, and I love the scene with Matt Lucas when, you know, he first appears, and there's a great little scene where, you know, it shows you that they're actually quite, they really are good friends now, because there's the scene where she says, you know, she says like, what do doors sound like and all that, just to make sure that's him. And then she makes this like really quiet, then the hug, and she's kind of like emotional. I was like, oh god, they're actually like, I quite like this now, like they actually are quite, you know, they're friends now, and I like that. I love having two companions. I think it's great. I like it when there was Amy and Rory, even when it was Rose and Jack for a bit. I always will like the two companions thing, because I think you can do more, like, you can have scenes with just like two companions with not even any Doctor, and I quite like that. But going on to, obviously, the Doctor, we kind of find out that he's kind of the villain at first. He's joined the monks, and with a nice little magpie reference of the televisions, which I loved those scenes. I thought, you could almost say he kind of hammed up a little bit Capaldi, but I kind of liked it at the same time. The excuse me, the over-the-top kind of smiling he was kind of doing, I quite liked that. I actually quite liked all that kind of stuff, and I really liked the kind of the grey. He had it in like the previous episode, this kind of grey like coat that he had. I liked it because it obviously fitted with the scenery he was in. I don't think walking about with a bright red velvet coat would really kind of fit, but obviously, talking about this scene, there is a sequence that was very publicised and very much known of this kind of regeneration. Many of the shots that was, and especially like the shot, you kind of see him when he's struggling with the hand and all that, and even I was like, oh god, what's going to happen? But obviously it turns out it's a fake regeneration. But I kind of think to myself, does it count as regeneration? Does it? I don't know how it works, because I guess it doesn't really kind of work, because obviously they did say that obviously with David Tennant, by rights he still used the energy because he used it to heal himself. I guess he was just using it for show, so it doesn't really count, I guess. But I loved that whole scene. I thought it was really gripping. I thought Capaldi and Bill were bouncing off each other beautifully. I thought Capaldi was really good in that scene. And I just overall really enjoyed this scene. Maybe the ending was a little bit of a kind of, oh right, really? You know, I think it was a little bit of a letdown, a little bit. I mean, I think it was nice the way it was done. I like the scenes with Pearl and how she kind of communicates to her mother. I thought that was quite nicely done. Also, this was written by Toby Whitehouse, so, you know, as a fan of Doctor Who, you kind of know well of his kind of stuff. I quite like Toby Whitehouse. I'm not big on him, if I'm honest. I actually more prefer his stuff outside Doctor Who, like Being Human, for instance. But overall, I think he does a good job of ending this three-parter. I'll quickly talk about it. Overall now, I guess, of the three-parter, I think it was a good three-parter. I like the concept of, it was an invasion of, you know, not about shooting guns, really, or, you know, stuff like that. It was all about, really, the mentally, wasn't it, I guess. I like that kind of stuff. But, yeah, overall, I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a great episode. It's such a shame that this show is nearly over, which is quite sad. I guess I should have actually talked about Missy, and she kind of had always a couple of good wee little scenes. I thought that was quite nicely done. Obviously the end scene when she was like all emotional, I quite that was quite good. It was giving Michelle Gomez a little bit more than just, oh, I'm a wacky character, you know. She actually, no, she has a little bit more to her, you know. I like that kind of stuff. But yeah, overall I enjoyed this episode. But did you enjoy this episode? Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I'd love to know. More videos in the future. So until then, see you later.